his shots every time down the floor.
Here's Caldwell Pope, and that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession. Chicago making a switch here. Jones is checked in. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Detroit. Jody Meeks comes in for Johnson. Here's Meeks. Detroit, no good that time either.
And he has slipped into a funk, Clark. You can see the confidence is shaking.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, he's very much deflated. The basket looks a lot smaller to him at this point, and the only way you can get out of it is to work yourself out of it.
And so it's Detroit with the ball. After Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Jackson has the open look. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. Jackson's got 6 points. Chicago leading by 10. Paul goes in. Outside, Green. Meeks with the steal. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. That's good.
That's really how they're going to get back into this game, trim the lead. I mean, play tough defense, force some turnovers, and then push it to the other end.
And, Clark, those steals allow you to play in the open floor.
And the shot is good.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
He's in one heck of a groove with the scoring. They're going to talk it over and try to figure out how to slow him down.
Marcus Morris is checked in for Detroit. Jennings comes in for Jackson. It's stolen by Jones. Beyond the arc. And that one's good. Inglis has got 6. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Chicago.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
Barton, no luck. Detroit trails by 13. And Meeks kicks to Caldwell Pope. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling. Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Morris with the buckets.
Consistency all game long. He's going to continue, I think, to have to take it over to get them back in the game.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Some changes for Chicago. Victor Claver, he's checked in for Jones. And it's Klay Thompson in for Barton.
Victor Claver.
Now here's Jennings. He's covered closely. Goes up on the high post. And that one hits back iron. Thompson. Got it off in time, but it's no good. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. It's your... And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Detroit trails by 11. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Zach Randolph. Then it's Chris Paul. Then there's Klay Thompson. And it's Claver in at the 3 slot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Paul against Jennings. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Jackson. That falls. Great assist by Brandon Jennings. Jackson's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Detroit. Cousins, the pass to Claver. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
How about that? Breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk.
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yes, indeed.
Jennings with the ball. From outside the arc. The shot is off. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Paul dishes to Randolph. Back to Paul. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
James checked in for Chicago. And then for Detroit, Ilyasova comes in for Aaron Baines, and it's Johnson in for Marcus Morris. Jennings against Paul. And Drummond kicks to Jackson. Second shot opportunity, and Thompson sends it back. LeBron outside, shoots the three. And again, Chicago, no good. Detroit trails by 14. Drummond sets the screen for Johnson. Over to the left wing. Here's Jennings. The putback, and Drummond throws it down.
That is a booming putback. Step aside, fellas.
They wanted nothing to do with him there.
At least not with the ball in his hands and the rim in his sight.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
And he's getting to the rack all game, and if they can't do a better job of keeping him out of the paint, they're in for a long night.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Stan Van Gundy's huddle. He let his players know that they've got to do a better job on defense. He said, they're scoring any way they want. We've got to show some pride here. Let's make a stand defensively, get us stops, and get on a run of our own. Do they have it in them, Kevin?
Thanks a lot, Doris.
It's been a nice game for Jackson. He's got 8 points and 6 assists. He's having a great passing game and is knocking down those foul shots as well.
Not to mention just the overall fundamentals that he's put on display here today.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Chicago leading by 12. To the paint, here's Randolph, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off. Can you believe the job they're doing at the foul line since halftime? I mean, they've been perfect so far.
Yeah, as cool as can be, Clark. Great focus and efficiency. That's how they built this lead.
Here's Johnson. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Chicago calls timeout. Johnson's gone 50% so far. 2 of 4 shooting. The shot's good from Randolph.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And with that, the Chicago lead is cut back down to 12 with the bucket from Jennings. Clark, one thing we've seen from these guys is excellent ball movement.
And you love to see that, Kevin. I mean, I love watching unselfish play, and I know Greg enjoys that too.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those balls.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Brandon Jennings. Detroit trails by 16. Jackson passes to Drummond. And stolen by Cousins. Here's James, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
And then Cousins with the dunk.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
It's Jackson with the drive. Rejected by Randolph.
Well, not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Detroit trails by 18. Here's Ilyasova. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
Just couldn't get a hand in the face on that one.
That's using what you got. He's got a height advantage, put it to good use there, and got himself a clean look.
On the wing, Johnson. Pass to Caldwell Pope. There's 1:38 left to play in the final quarter. Paul, no one around him. Sinks the triple. Paul's got 6 in the quarter.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. And then for Detroit, Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Drummond. Morris comes in for Ilyasova. And it's Jody Meeks in for Johnson.
That's his second personal foul.
First one falls for him.
Jody Meeks. 2 shots.
He hits both from the stripe. Chicago leading by 17. Here's Carter Williams, and good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Chicago.
Agreed, Steve. And guys, the fast break was run, I thought, beautifully all night by these guys. Clark, I think that was a big part of their success.
I love the way they scored fast break points tonight here. It was a key factor in coming out on top.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for LeBron James. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
They get it back. Morris got a hand on it. Fast break, here they come. Carter Williams can't get it to go.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm. Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Martin. The half-court bomb falls off target. Out left to the wing. Meeks outside. Claver grabs the miss. This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level.
Aaron Baines. That's his first personal foul.
No good on that one. A different look here for Detroit. Reggie Bullock comes in for Caldwell Pope, and Steve Blake is subbed in for Reggie Jackson. And he sinks the second. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Blake kicks to Bullock. And here's Meeks. He feeds it to Bullock. Here's Baines. The shot no good. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Passes it to Babb. There's the dish to Bullock. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Aaron Baines.
Chicago with the ball. 16-point lead. Now Blake. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
Yeah, they were clicking in every way. I mean, all cylinders go. No question about that. And once they pulled away, they didn't let up.
And that about wraps it up. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. And now, our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James.